Hi, my name is Khaleesi Scythe, and I want to talk to you about BDSM. BDSM stands for Bondage and Discipline, Dominance and Submission, Submission and Masochism. And that's how we get the 4 letters. BDSM is very important to me. It's very close to my heart, and it has a huge impact on the way that I live my life. And because it has done so much for me, both in and of itself and what BDSM is, and also BDSM as the community of the people that are involved in it, and how they come together and how they interact with each other, that has all done so much for me that I want to give back. You can't get passionate about something and not want to do something in it, for the people involved in it. That's just how we get moved, and I hope everyone finds their thing that moves them in that way. And for those of you that it is BDSM, I hope that I can be a source of information, a source of feeling understood and not so judged, and a source of all of the kinds of conversations that come into BDSM on consent, because it can seem kind of fuzzy when we're talking about pushing boundaries of consent or soft limits and hard limits and things like that, but it's not fuzzy. It's not fuzzy at all. And there are so many things that I can talk about in this topic. Not just consent, but any part of BDSM. And I want to talk about them. I want to share them. I'm hoping that doing so will encourage people to accept themselves, will encourage people to be safe, will encourage people to maybe be aware of some ways that they're being disrespectful to others, and encourage people both in and out of the BDSM community to be less judgmental. So that's what I've come to YouTube for, is to talk about these things and to see if maybe I can be part of some sort of community here. I've been on Twitter for a while, and I have found my little niche there, and I love the community that I have there, and I have a lot of people that I follow on YouTube that I just adore, not BDSM content creators, but other YouTubers that I just adore, and I get to see how they found their own niche and their own community within YouTube, and I'm excited to start that journey as well. So that is why I'm here. This is what I'm about, and I'm just really looking forward to talking about some of these topics with you all. And if there's ever anything you want to talk about, chastity or cock and ball torture or spanking or hair pulling or gagging or absolutely anything, and that's just, some random kinks I threw off the top of my head. There's power exchange, there's just so much to this that we can talk for years on it, and I intend to. But everyone has to start somewhere, and so I'm going to include a link below to my website, and it's a specific link to a specific blog post on my website called Dear New and Nervous Newbie. And what it is it's meant to take you from step 1 all the way down to however many steps it is. I don't remember anymore. I wrote it so many years ago. When people started to come to me on a website called FetLife, and they started to come to me because they were like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and how do I find groups, and how do I figure out what I'm into, and when am I a dom or a sub or a primal, or what am I? And I don't really know what it was about me that made people come to me specifically with those questions. I wasn't a group leader at the time. I was just some person on FetLife, but I got those questions and I wanted to answer them because I'm kind of a control freak, and I had in my head this kind of process that you go through to answer those questions, and I was like, sure, I'll write it up for you. And so I did a writing on that, and I truly believe that if you go through that process, through that writing, that you'll be taking good steps to finding your place in the BDSM community, to finding an understanding of yourself, and to finding out ways to safely indulge in the kinks and fetishes and power exchange dynamics that you want to look into. So I really hope that you find it useful if you decide to look through it. It is completely based on how FetLife works, so it's a writing on how to do all of that through FetLife. Can't help you with collar space or whatever the heck else is out there. But I do believe that FetLife is a good opportunity to find your local community, whatever part of it is meant for you. And I hope that you find it helpful. And I hope that we get to talk about lots of kinky things together.